Oh, hey there. You said that you guys wanted me to do a vlog sharing how we are staying sane, what I am doing, how we are trying to kill this quarantine. Well, sis, I ain't really the one because we are going through it, but I'm definitely here to talk to you guys, have a real life chat about what it's like in quarantine, what I'm doing to keep sane, how I'm being impacted, what I'm doing to try and keep it all together, basically, because that's what you guys want to know. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So like most people, I have been sleeping. I don't know about you guys, but honestly, I have been like sleeping way past my usual wake up time. Like usually we are up, we are rising, we are joyful, just so excited to start the day and just be glamorous already from the moment we wake up. It's just insane. But really, I have been waking up at like 7 to 7:30 consistently every morning. And I usually was getting up at like 6:15, 6:30. I don't know about you guys, but my sleep schedule and my waking up schedule is out of whack. And all that spring cleaning that I did in week 1, as you can see, we've clearly abandoned all of that. So in terms of getting dressed, everyone's like, oh my God, like let's wear bright colors, try and do your best to like get dressed like you normally would. But honestly, I have been wearing my loungewear every day almost. I mean, unless I'm taking photos, unless I'm taking pictures, or I'm filming, and even clearly as I'm filming, it's been loungewear, let's be honest. So usually after I climb out of bed, check my phone, probably look at my text from my mom, and make my way to the kitchen for breakfast. So breakfast, what am I cooking? What am I eating, guys? I have not changed my eating habits at all since we've started all of this. In fact, I probably eat healthier now than I ever have. So that being said, let's go into the kitchen. As you guys can see, I have a very, very, very great system of showing you how we do things, which is to grab my tripod and to move with me. This is the kitchen, guys. This is where the magic and the cooking happens. Clearly I haven't cleaned up for you guys because this is life. This is what my kitchen looks like right now. Breakfast, breakfast, breakfast. It has me really sad. Oatmeal. This is what I've been making for breakfast. Topping it with some hemp hearts. And if we have some fruit, just a little bit of fruit, right? Like that's been breakfast. And you guys are in for a real treat because it's time to prepare a little bit of my lunch. So I'll go ahead and share that with you right now. This week for lunch, I've been experimenting with a broccoli salad. You take your broccoli and then you place it in a baking dish. You coat it with some olive oil. Then we're going to season it with some garlic, ginger, onion, and oregano. Plus, we're gonna throw some pine nuts in there for good measure. You're gonna go ahead and put that in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes. In terms of productivity, working from home, what have I found useful? I know a lot of people are still upset. A planner, okay? So I make sure at the beginning of the week, not only do I fill out what my to-do list is for the entire week, but I go through day by day and make sure that I check stuff off. So on Monday, I will sit down and say, what are the things I want to get done this week? And what I found is I want to do, obviously you want your day-to-day tasks to get done, right? But the other thing that I found really important is putting it together a project for work. So right now, for those of you who still are fortunate like me and have jobs, the biggest thing you can do to make yourself indispensable is to find ways to save your company money. If you can be saving your company money right now, however that looks, trust me, you're gonna become indispensable and they're gonna lean on you. So this is the time when you're bored at home and you're, well, I know there's not a lot of work to do. Find a way to be saving your company some money. That's gonna be huge, okay? The other thing, not only do I find projects that are work related, the other thing that I make sure that's on here is I have one thing that is fitness related and then one thing that is for the blog. So I have 3 to 4 things a day at most that I want to really get done. I found that trying to put like 10, 20 things, that long to-do list, like that's not gonna happen. So that's definitely one big productivity tip for me, is to plan your week out at the beginning of the week and to be looking at this every day to make sure that you're on track. The other thing, which is a sneaky double task, okay? So say you have your meetings, right? Thankfully, I have a lot of Skype meetings. We don't really do Zoom, so there's not a lot of face-to-face. People aren't seeing me. But one of the ways I keep from getting distracted is I actually would take some moisturizing gloves, put on some handy dandy moisturizer on my hands. Any kinds of lotion will do. And then while you're in your meeting, you just sit, slip on your moisturizing gloves. One, it's going to keep your hands soft because we are all washing our hands. Yes, we are washing our hands. And so this will keep your hands nice and moisturized, and you can't go on your phone because... So if you really want to help to keep yourself from getting distracted during meetings especially, this I have found is really crazy useful. I know it's silly, but it works. When it is time for lunch, we shut down. We just close everything. I have found that if I do not step away, then I'll sit here forever and I will go. So make sure that you are scheduling your day as closely as you can to your regular day. As I said, my mornings are screwed right now and I'm trying to get back on that regular schedule, but my work days are very much the same. I'm working, about 7:30 to noon, taking a 30 to 45 minute lunch, and then going on my afternoon until about 3:30 for, depending on meetings. Some days I'm in the office till 5 or even 6. It's been pretty crazy. As you guys can see, this is my command center. This is my setup. This is what my work from home situation legit looks like. I will on occasion play music, but I found that I actually right now have been focusing better without music. So I've been playing around with that as well. In terms of lunch, let's talk about this. So when it's time for lunch, what does JB do? For lunch these days, I have been enjoying a Mediterranean-inspired quesadilla. Once it's done on the stovetop, I go ahead and add some sprouts. And then we're going to go ahead and assemble the rest of my broccoli salad, which includes adding dates and a red wine dressing. When I tell you that the best thing that I've done during lunch is I've tried to keep it away from any work and then any social media. Lunch for me, I've been watching Sex and the City, I've been watching Teen Titans Go, I've been reading. Anything that's not information overload, I have been using for lunch, which has been super helpful. It has been sunny outside, and I've been considering going for a quick 10 to 15 minute walk during lunch as well, just to get some fresh air. So for lunch, really try to disconnect and pull yourself away. And if you have family, spend time with family. Since I'm by myself, I might use this time to call people, but sometimes I don't because I can get really chatty, clearly. And we could talk for hours. So lunch for me, like I said, is really just for me to be by myself, to enjoy the things that I enjoy, and to really get that mental break from work that I would usually have when I have lunch with other people. So now that the workday is over, what does kind of post-workday routine look like for Jordan? Again, I've told you when the day is done or when I'm taking a break, I close my laptop. And actually when I'm done for like the day, I literally just put stuff on top of it. Like I don't even wanna, and I even will mute my work phone. Like it's over, we're done, we're checked out. Before all the craziness, I would actually work out right after work, and that is still the same in quarantine schedules. So let me go ahead and get my workout clothes real quick. So, after we get done with work, we go ahead and we enjoy a nice little protein shake, okay? And what my protein shake is really just low-fat yogurt, fruit, and water. Nothing special. You can add some other stuff in there, but I like to keep it simple. Then, let me put these down. Then I go ahead and I take Anna for a walk. We walk for about 30 minutes every day, get the fresh air, get the sunshine in the rain. We are out there, and then we come home and I do my workout. Mondays and Wednesday is leg day, okay? We are getting them squats, we are hitting lunges, all that fun stuff. Tuesday and Thursday, it's the gun show. So we're doing pull-ups, bicep curls, all that fun stuff. In terms of equipment, guys, I have resistance bands all over my apartment, all over my stairs. We've got a jump rope because cardio. We've got the battle ropes, which I use for pull-ups, but also as a warm-up. And of course, weight game. So we have the adjustable weights, which is really great for arm day. I wish they were a little heavier for legs, but it is what it is. So that is what I'm doing to keep in shape by myself in quarantine. After I work out, I've been incorporating another meal into my day because I just feel like I'm getting a little too small for what I personally want. So I have I have a protein shake, and this is what I'm drinking right now. I do not recommend this at all. It's trash. It tastes gross. It doesn't dissolve. I'm not happy with it. But it's what I have, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm using everything that I have, from beauty products to food. We are in no waste zone right now. So I enjoy my protein shake, and then we go ahead and we take a shower. Whew. So after the shower, this is the time that I'm just going to be in really, really clearly very chill clothes. I'm not doing anything spectacular, and it is time to go ahead and work on whatever blog project or extra project I am working on. So honestly, guys, this is where a lot of the blog magic happens. Big blog projects, obviously, I'm trying to come up with content that I feel like you guys are really going to find valuable at a time like this. Coming up with new outfit ideas, different photos I'm trying to take, and just doing that general kinds of research. Some other things too that I'm doing to kind of keep busy and keep my mind off of things is reading, right? So I'm reading a ton of books. If you are interested in what I am reading, go ahead into the description below. I have another blog post where I already shared books on my bookshelf that I recommend that you guys read, plus books that I have bought that I plan to read over these next few weeks. So blog work and stuff, I probably would say I usually will spend about an hour or two. And then around 8 o'clock is when I'll make my second dinner. And it's usually a vegetable-based dish. The past few days it's been the chickpea and Brussels sprout dish that you guys have probably seen on my Insta stories or something along those lines. And after that, I like to decompress and I read a little bit before bed and then I go to sleep. So with that, let's do a quick kind of Q&A. So many people are like really curious, obviously, what a day in quarantine looks like for a lot of different people, and for everybody, it's completely different. For me, I would say that my day-to-day doesn't feel too tremendously different from what it was before quarantine. I really wasn't going out to eat during the weekdays, meeting up with a lot of friends during the weekdays. I might meet a friend for coffee or tea once during the week, but honestly I was fairly secluded and kept to myself during the weekdays anyway, so I feel like that for me hasn't been any different in terms of like reality wise of what I was doing. Like the mental space that I'm in is totally different. Obviously it's a totally different feeling having to stay home versus wanting to stay home. So that's been one kind of transition or thing that I've had to remind myself, is that from a day-to-day perspective, during the weekdays, a lot hasn't really changed for me except for trying to work at home. Outside of that though, I mean, every day is up in the air, right? Some days I am like, yes, let's do this. I'm gonna get my stuff done. We're gonna be productive. I'm gonna film, I'm gonna shoot, I'm gonna do work. And then the day happens and I'm like, we're just gonna watch Sex and the City because I can't. For me, and what I've heard from a lot of people, trying to not get overwhelmed with the information. You want to stay informed, but getting bombarded is just it's so tiring. I have found for me personally, muting Instagram specifically, I'm not on Facebook like that, so I imagine muting Facebook would be helpful, but for me, I just can't be on that all day right now. It's a lot. It is a lot as a content creator, trying to make sure that you're sharing stuff that feels helpful but doesn't feel insensitive. It's just a lot, right? So I kept going back and forth because everyone's like, do a vlog. And I'm just like, but I'm actually like losing my ish right now on so many levels because of all the different impacts I have felt because of this. And it's hard because you see a lot of people who probably are feeling impacts like myself, but we don't quite verbalize exactly what those are. You know, I've had friends who've had family members lose their lives. I have seen a reduction in my pay. I have had friends who've lost their jobs. I've had friends whose, pay is reduced down to 50% and they can't claim all these unemployment benefits. So it's a lot, and so it's hard not to get caught up in it. I have found that obviously I'm trying to do a bunch of different things, so journaling has really helped. I've been doing Michelle Obama's Becoming Journal, which is really kind of helpful because it's guided, so it's not just like, what do I want to write about today? It gives you a topic. I've also been slowly but surely learning how my sewing machine works. We got a bobbin threaded, and we are looking at actually threading up that bad girl, and then we will try and attempt to learn how to sew. So that's something that I'm trying to learn to do, but even that's slow. It's like, everyone's like, oh, if I had the time, but it's not that right now. I mean, there's so much, and it's sometimes I just want to mentally check out and watch, Teen Titans Go, okay? that's just the reality. And other days, like I said, it's like, well, we're going to shoot this, I'm going to shoot that, I'm going to shoot that. I'm keeping sane and keeping, just like everybody, FaceTime has been helpful. Group texts have been helpful. Make sure that I know it's hard, but because we're all going through stuff, but check on your friends. You know what I mean? If I've noticed I haven't heard from my friend in like 5 days, I'm kind of like, hey, you good? And that helps because I know some people are just terrible at it. Some people are just trash at reaching out and are really bad now because they're traumatized and they don't know how to reach out when they're struggling in general. And then to try and do it at a time like this when we're all struggling, it feels like you're going to be a burden. But I've learned trying to get over it. Now has been a great time. I've been meditating a little bit more, considering seeing a therapist. Like, now is the time I'm trying to make sure that my mental space is good and it's clean so I can be really in a good place to take care of all this stuff. I'm trying to not fear what is happening in my 401k, but use this time to learn about what I could be doing to help, minimize the losses I am seeing. What are some opportunities I might want to take advantage of when this market goes back into an upswing? Where could I be reallocating funds? I think a lot of people are, oh, I'm not going to look. And I'm just like, yeah, but it isn't the time to fear. It's, hey, what isn't tanking right now in my portfolio? You know what I mean? And maybe that's something right now I might want to shift stuff into until this kind of blows over. Bite-sized chunks, you know what I mean, is really just been the key. And for me, I'm terrible. I'm a planner. I'm a planner. And so not being able to plan anything has been awful for me, and a lot of that stuff, I don't do well taking stuff day by day. So I'm learning that now, whether or not I want to. And I think too, like I said, don't be afraid to just explore stuff right now. I think that's the best thing. I mean, even if it's a sad emotion, explore it, allow it to flow through you, and then let it go. I think a lot of people right now, we are realizing just how little control we have, and we are learning how to relinquish that and to find peace in that. And I think that that's for everybody, right? That's hard. And some people have always been great with just go with the flow, bro. Chill, man. I'm not one of those people. And so now I'm trying to figure out what that means and how that looks like for me. So that's it, guys. This is such a longer video than all my other videos, but it has been requested for a long time in general for me to do vlogs, for me to share a little bit more about my life and share about stuff. And so with all this time, anyway, guys, for those of you who are by yourself during quarantine, drop some gems. What is keeping you sane? What are things that you are trying? What are things that you are appreciative of during this newfound time? That you're able to do more of. Like for me, I'm able to take more walks with my dog and be out in the sunshine and be outside a lot more. And I'm really loving that, even though this isn't the circumstances I'd want it to be in. But it's so hard to find that silver lining, and it seems so cliche to say that. What are some things that you are grateful for? What are some skills you're learning? Anybody who's learning to sew, please give me some help, some links to some videos for me to watch, so I can get my life. And then content-wise, guys, what do you want to keep seeing from me? I can keep up this vlog situation and find new topics to discuss. I was actually going to share with you guys my life while tinting my eyebrows, but then I realized that I bought the wrong products. So that will be a different video for another week when I get my life together. As you can see, I've been doing my hair. So if you want to see, get ready with me while I do my hair and I'm sharing kind of updates, let me know. Thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos on fashion, lifestyle, and travel. Thank you guys as always for watching this video, and I will see you hopefully next week, if not in 2 weeks. All right, guys. Bye.